we're back with the brother side. We have Michelle Schrage here discussing SAG and Larry the Cable Guy. Saggy. No, SAG. That was a terrible intro.
Yeah. SAG, Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, correct.
Yes, I am launching my new sports bra line.
Thank you. We're discussing SAG.
Well, yeah. What I wanted to say is that when it comes to Nebraska, having more jobs in the entertainment industry is really impactful, especially when it comes to new revenue, like you were mentioning. Mm-hmm. So me being cast as one extra, featured extra in one commercial, I got paid every time that commercial aired, and over the course of 12 months, I got checks that equaled $30,000.
Whoa.
And I say that only because, number one, that's why a lot of celebrities do commercials, because that's where the money's at.
A lot of money. Yep.
But number two, I would tell senators, I paid my income tax on every penny, my state income tax.
Right.
So the more we can get new money coming into the state, into our residents, it is an influx of new money that goes into the state through taxation. So anyway, that's been my crusade for a while. Again, I stepped away, but I think the fight is still being had. And I support local filmmakers and artists, especially now that there are so many different ways you can distribute. You know, it's not just you have to go into theaters. Yeah. Right? There are so many distribution models, so we should be a hotspot of creating content.
Right.
Yeah.
And where's Alexander Payne in all this? Because he's kind of a big Nebraskan filmmaker and.
Yeah, he's our guy. You know, every 10 years he'll come back and
do a movie.
He'll convince the studio to let him come to Nebraska. He has to fight for it, and he's able to negotiate some deals and things like that. But right now he's our white horse that is the only one that'll come. Yeah.
He's from Omaha, right?
He is. Creighton prep guy.
It shouldn't be that hard though. It just shouldn't.
It's just
Is
like
this
you're
a call
talking
out to Ricketts right now?
Yeah. Well, it's
Should
Nebraska. Like, think about it. They're just so old school in so many ways.
Yeah, we're
obviously, on
behind
this upcoming ballot, how many times have we been fighting for gambling in the state? It just
100%.
A different source of revenue, so our property taxes aren't so freaking high. And, you know, same with marijuana. I mean, Nebraska will be like the last state to go in on that. And then, you know, this is just another example.
It is, yeah.
We're always late to the party. And there's so many opportunities to generate revenue. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we've talked about Alex and I's dream, because we've been going the last couple of years. We've been going to Ozarks, Okoboji, and we have a huge lake in western Nebraska, Lake McConaughey. I mean, it's so much bigger than Okoboji. It's not even funny. They're not even the same class of lake.
No.
And we've been talking, why don't they at least partially commercialize that lake? Kind of like Ozarks. Not all of Ozarks is commercialized. A lot of that is still state park. That's where Party Cove is.
Well, and so just like the new season of Walking Dead, it's based in Nebraska. They're shooting it all in Virginia, I think. And the show Ozarks, you know, with Jason Bateman, they don't shoot it in Missouri.
I didn't know that.
No,
I heard that too. Where's that shot at?
Not Missouri.
Not Missouri.
Just not Missouri.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, there's this giant lake with all this potential, and they just won't let it get commercialized, and because you can't build on it. It's all state lake.
Think how much money would stay in the state if that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose there's always a balance, right? Like I've been getting really good at saying I don't have enough insightful information to have an educated opinion about it. I can have my initial feel is, but there's probably a lot of conversations that are happening, I would assume, you know, because you can't assume that everyone's just that dense. There's got to be, whether it's, you know, nature preservation or something that's going into that decision.
Right.
From us, it's like a no-brainer. But there are, I think sometimes you got to fight the fight, because what is it in business? Everyone's like, oh, that's a terrible idea. And then they're like, this is the greatest idea ever.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
It takes a while to get on the other side of it.
No, we live in an age where you have to have a very strong, quick take without thinking everything through. All right, so I really need
I
you.
forgot.
Very impulsive.
Yeah, just super impulsive. Come off the top rope. That's what we need from you right now.
That's right.
Strong opinion.
Come on. I think it would kill. I think it's a no-brainer, like you said, but we're also not behind the scenes. So
yeah, but visionary. I'm a visionary, and sometimes the things that I come up with, there are so many people that will say, yeah, but, oh, we've tried that or whatever. And you have to like learn lessons from what has happened before, but you can't let those people dissuade you, because a lot of times they're the ones that they don't want you to have any glory. They don't want your idea to work, because it didn't work when I tried it, so I don't want it to work when you try it,
exactly,
you know? And so there is some of that where you just have to, if you're so moved and strongly resolute about something, you can't let the naysayers bring you down at all.
I'm gonna say this on the Brother Side podcast.
Okay. Ooh.
Michelle Schrage for governor. That's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and so part of it is name recognition. So years ago, I started telling people Michelle Schrage rhymes with froggy.
Yeah.
Because it's not phonetic when you see it.
No, it's not.
But you know, if you have a weird last name, I would encourage you to come up with a clever way, because people feel more comfortable around you when they feel confident on how to say your name. So, okay, Michelle Schrage for governor. Now everybody can say it, and they'll all feel comfortable saying it.
Yeah. All of our listeners.
The campaign starts here.
It starts here.
Yep. I just have to pick a party. And I'm independent, so that's challenging, because you can't run for anything independent.
No.
That's the problem.
You can't. It's a two-party system.
There's no money in independence.
Nope.
Let's start that. Let's start the Independence Fund.
Yeah.
And we'll start supporting people that have like good, ideas that are not party lines.
I love fresh ideas, and you seem to have a lot of them. And I also noticed you and I have something in common. Okay. Halloween is your shit.
Oh my gosh.
That's my favorite holiday too.
I'll just sit over here.
Yeah.
I like Halloween. I'm just not obsessed
you don't ball
with it.
out.
No, I don't ball out.
God bless my son, because his room is in the basement, right next to my 1,200 square foot. So the storage unit in downstairs is full of monsters, animatronics, skeletons, monsters everywhere. I remember last year on Christmas, poor kid, he woke up because he heard, ha ha ha, one of the animatronics had like a battery glitch, and it started going off in the middle of the night.
That would be freaky as heck.
But so I bought another monster. My son's like, you got a package? I go, what's a monster? He goes, oh, another one. Yeah. So he's so used to having monsters in the house. He's like, I can't wait till Christmas where that monster wakes me up in the middle of the night again.
Right. So do you have a theme? We've talked about this a couple times. Do you have a theme with your Halloween decorations?
I don't. And I don't actually decorate like the outside of my house. I'm on a cul-de-sac, and it's kind of a quiet neighborhood, so I don't want to draw attention. What I do is I throw a Halloween party every year, and I started doing this about 8 years ago with a good friend of mine, because we wanted to throw the Halloween party we wanted to go to. And it's like it used to be where you go to the bars, or you'd go to like the Freakers Ball or whatever.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to a party where there was like a haunted house experience, and there were fire dancers, and there were snake charmers, and there were belly dancers, and there was entertainers.
Is that what's happening at Bushwhackers this year?
That's what happens every year, Alex.
Oh, wow. See, I need to sign up. We were supposed to have a family thing, and it got canceled, so now I need to sign up.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first year that we have a DJ, but this year Omaha's #1 band, Lemon Fresh Day, is going to play. So that's really cool. And in the current environment, I just want to tell people that Bushwhackers is huge. Like, it can hold 1,000 people, and we're capping it at 225. Because we do want to respect the fact that there's social distancing, and we want there to be space to move about, and
sure.
So we're trying to do an event in a safe way, and without being labeled a super spreader.
Right.
Well, I don't want to get on that list.
Half the people are gonna be wearing a mask.
Right, and that is the thing, right? It's like
built into the costume.
Yeah, built into the costume.
We'll have a designated area for eating and part of the, I'm an experiential marketer, so I'm an event planner, so it is all about the experiences. The dance floor is very large, but then, we are going to have a haunted house experience, and then we are going to have, palm readers, and we are going to have large-scale photo ops. So people will have the opportunity to spread out. Yeah. So when people ask, what do you do to relieve stress? I go, I work out, I drink wine, and I make Halloween decorations.
Halloween props, yeah.
So all these props in your basement aren't for necessarily your house. It's for the party.
For the party.
The annual party.
Well, so because I do respect my son, like I will decorate my house.
Let's hope you do.
Because you don't want to completely embarrass him.
Right, yeah. So all of the really super scary stuff, I stay stored. But then, I'll pull out the chains and the lampposts and the skeletons and the witches and stuff. So the house is decorated, but it's not like super scary.
Yeah.
The scary
like
stuff.
Alex's house. Yeah.
And it's so funny, I have severe arachnophobia, but for some reason around October, I'm like, oh, look at that spider.
So does he.
Yeah, I don't like spiders at
Yeah.
all.
You're a big puss around
So
spiders.
tell me about your Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I go all out at my house, and I got everything up on Saturday. And, well, this last Saturday, the previous Saturday, I put up a couple things. And I had a neighbor stop me this Saturday and said, I was wondering when the rest were going to come out. The kids have been asking because I get a lot of slow movers going by.
It's like a
really-
Christmas house.
It's really creepy.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
like the cute stuff. I
Right.
like just scary, and that's it. My wife hates it, but I love it, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
No,
It looks good. We
Yeah.
were talking about him, like if he kept it up, he would need like to start going into some kind of theme. Because it all kind of just like looks like random crap.
Just random.
But it's all scary
It's
stuff.
more clowny than anything.
Clowny?
Yeah, there's more clowns
Oh.
than anything.
Okay.
And I got to cap it. I try to buy one thing a year, and this year I haven't bought anything because I'm like, what do I put in? Because it's my front yard's starting to get. I don't want it to be gaudy and just have too
Right.
much out there.
Yeah.
Right now I have a good spread. I got a little zip line where something looks like it's climbing up my roof.
Cool.
And,
It looks good. It does look good.
it's legit.
That's
People like coming to
fun.
my house, and I enjoy entertaining.
So like in
people for that.
Christmas where they will promote like houses you should
Yeah.
drive by. Do they do that for Halloween?
They
Like,
should. I'd
they
be in the
should.
top 5 for
Oh
sure.
my god! Well, maybe you should start that. You should start the
mean,
brothers.
I gotta toot my
Brothers
own
Side
horn.
podcast of houses that you need to see on Halloween. Because then people might be like, "Oh, I'll get into
Yeah.
this."
Well,
Do you want everybody to
we'll
know where
start
you
with
live?
number 1.
When I'm governor,
Yeah.
I will have
Yeah.
a proclamation. Yeah.
Number 1, my house, Elkhorn, Nebraska. I'm just going to say 190th and Ohio Street.
Okay.
I don't want my specific
They'll,
address out there.
they'll be able to figure it out from there.
Don't go to dcassessor.com and look at
19006 Ohio Street. All right. There it is. Come see it. Your kids will love it. They do.
That's fun. I'm gonna drive by.
It's cool.
Is it better during the day or at night? Like, is it there's lights?
Yeah, I have lights on
So
everything.
it's better maybe at
Yeah,
night.
all red lights.
Like
red
at
and
dusk,
purple.
where you can
Dusk.
sort of see,
Yes.
but the lights are still
Yeah.
like having an
Yeah.
effect.
If
Yeah.
you want to
Cool.
see like detail, because
Right.
you're not gonna be able to see detail at night. It's not like
No,
Christmas lights.
correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So dusk
Very
for
cool.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, yay, Halloween buddy.
Yeah, Halloween buddy. Hail. Let's talk about your actual position for work. You're the
This is a timely conversation.
event strategist for TD Ameritrade, who just merged with Charles Schwab.
We did. Back in November, we got word that we were being acquired. So we like to say merger, but it is an acquisition by Schwab. And the industry. I've been in the financial services industry since 2004. And so, looking at the size and scale of this merger, it's one of the largest broker-dealer integrations that has happened in history.
Yeah.
So, it took a long time to get to what we call legal day one. We had to get through the Department of Justice and the antitrust stuff. We've got, presence in Asia, so we had to get through the Asia approvals. And then last Tuesday, a week ago, we finally got Federal Reserve approval because TD Ameritrade has TD Bank and Charles Schwab has, Schwab Bank. And so that had to come through. And then we were able to finally close yesterday. So yesterday
wow.
was what they call legal day one, and today is legal day two. But it is going to take 18 to 36 months of integration. So TD Ameritrade will be a subsidiary of Schwab for 18 to 36 months, and then it'll essentially go the way of Quest becoming CenturyLink and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. I joined TD Ameritrade a little over 3.5 years ago, and it's just been awesome. It really is my dream job. People always say I'm very entrepreneurial, which I am, but I have been so fortunate to be entrepreneurial and creative
Within that
within
space.
Yeah.
a corporation that treats you. The culture is amazing. Of course, when you're with a big company, the benefits and all of that is really great. The travel and the entertaining. So it really is my dream job. And part of it, too, is I've been a speech writer in the acting side of things. So I write the speeches for our executives when they take the stage, and I work with them on their delivery.
Those cheaters. They got to come up with stuff.
Get their own material.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny working with different people, and like when you're working their teleprompter, if they want like a ... or do they want an extra space, because everybody reads the teleprompter a little bit differently, or how they do their pauses. Sometimes they want you to write the word in.
Do you seriously write the word
Oh, sometimes because people get really nervous. We're on stage, and so they just know like and then some others they say I just need the bullet points. So it depends on who you're working with and how comfortable they are.
Do you have a Ron Burgundy on there? Just reads it straight off.
So, okay, I was writing, this is actually funny. Sorry, not like a Ron Burgundy, but yes, I do have those. But I was writing a speech for our CEO, and it was talking about our skill set. And I swear to God, I don't even know what I wrote. We have a particular set of skills. And then I went back and I read it the next day. I go, oh no, that's Liam Neeson from Taken.
Yeah. That sounds very Liam Neeson-y.
Yeah, we have a very particular set of skills. Like, I
don't know who you are.
Yeah.
That's one of Alex's boys. Alex loves Liam Neeson.
He's great.
Even though all his movies are like
I don't
the exact same.
They're great movies.
Yeah, they're the exact
Liam Neeson,
same thing.
65, kicking ass.
So realistic.
Yeah, so a lot of us, we had 10,000 employees, they had 20,000, so we are now 30,000 strong, and I'm just trying to be a student, because I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know how long I will stay a part of the corporation. I don't know if there's a role for me in the new combined entity. I don't know if I'll be able to stay in Omaha. I don't know if, the
governor.
Might have to be governor of a different state, I don't know. Or, if I'll just take a different path here in Omaha. So I really am in this kind of crazy state of flux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the events you put on, what are some of the largest events you put on? Because I've seen in your pictures, I have to creep a little bit to get information. Yeah. And you've met a lot of celebrities.
Yeah, it's a fun part when you're doing.
I've met zero, by the way. Zero celebrities.
We've seen some.
Where?
We saw Robin Lopez in the airport.
Oh, sweet.
That's a
great
basketball
celebrity.
player.
Oh, I was
not that big.
Yeah.
No. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
Well, it does help when you pay for them. It's not like they're my friend.
Right.
It's like you do have to stroke a check and say, hey, can you...
You still get to meet them and interact.
Yeah. In fact, one of the funnest ones where I had to go up to Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, his suite, and escort him with our security team down throughout the hotel and lobby and across to the conference. And so I got to make small talk with, Mr. Wonderful for 20 minutes. So that was kind of fun.
He's the ball guy,
Is
right?
he an a-hole?
Shark Tank.
He was very, very nice. Like
was he?
He helped keep the conversation going. Again, 20 minutes. I don't have enough insightful information to make it
Sure.
But he was very pleasant, and he was very easy to talk to, and you could tell he was trying to make the conversation flow. So it was very nice.
Okay.
But yeah, so we put on these large-scale conferences. I'm on the institutional side of TD Ameritrade, which means that if you have a financial advisor that helps manage your portfolio, and they are an RIA, registered investment advisor, they would custody with TD Ameritrade. So we have about 7,000 financial advisors across the country that they all custody through us. So those are our clients. So we would put on the conferences for our clients, which are financial advisors, which is what I've been doing, is working with them. But yeah, so we go from San Diego to Orlando and, put on a 3-day conference. I'm the agenda architect. So I literally have 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's a blank slate. And I fill out like, here's what the agenda is, here's the breakout sessions, here's the keynotes, so I've got to come up with 60 different breakout sessions and different keynotes, and then the band. And now there's a huge team that I work with. We all do this together. But yeah, as the senior strategist for event content, I fill in those 3 days. Yeah.
Do you have anything to do with the events at the TD Ameritrade Center?
Oh, yeah, the ballpark?
Ballpark. Well, I guess they changed.
It's not center, it's ballpark.
I know, yeah.
What center are you talking about?
Well, I guess.
What is the TD Ameritrade
I'm thinking
Center?
CenturyLink.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, yes.
but the
No,
ballpark,
that's where you get flu shots with every concert.
Yeah.
CHI Health Center.
Yeah, that's right.
The old TD
No,
Ameritrade.
I mean, other than like, we have a suite there. So I really love our sales team. I kind of straddle marketing and sales. So whenever we host events for our clients in the suites, a lot of times the sales team will be like, hey, Michelle, you want to come? Oh, okay. I'll come hobnob with our clients.
Right.
I guess. Put my arms. College World Series.
That's right. Oh, the fridge is full of alcohol. Perfect. Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, otherwise, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if Schwab is going to keep the namesake. I think our contract's probably up soon. So
Interesting.
if it'll be Schwab Park or if it'll be up for contract for someone else.
I feel like it's not, TD Ameritrade is not, as far as the ballpark's concerned, not ingrained enough in Omaha that if it changed names, it would be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's
We
not-
do more things on
probably
a
not, yeah.
national scale than local.
Yeah.
Just
I mean-
kind of the reality of it.
It's known, I feel like the ballpark's more known for the College World Series more than Creighton
TD Ameritrade.
baseball.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, for that one event a year, most people nationally wouldn't recognize it. It's not like Rosenblatt. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Where Rosenblatt was like just
Its own
this
name.
Iconic.
iconic thing that
Side note, I'm going to do a plug for my friend Dan Napoli, who produced the movie 50 Summers, which is on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever, and it's all about the 50 years of minor league baseball at Rosenblatt.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
it's a great documentary. It's really awesome, so you guys should watch
I
it.
think I've heard of it.
50 Summers.
50 Summers.
Well, we got a few minutes left, and I want to hit on business for business.
Yeah.
You're the co-founder. I said that weird. Co-founder.
You're the co-founder.
Co-founder.
That's
And-
the Tito's talking.
Yeah, Tito's has hit me hard. No. So what is this business and what's the goal of it?
So it's about facilitating relationships and connections, not forcing referrals. So Jay Morales, my longtime friend and business partner.
Hey, Jay.
Jay, you should have him. You should have him on your show next.
Yeah.
So he was one of the founders of a networking organization, and I got pulled in early on, and we helped to run that for several years. And it was founded in building connections with a certain group of people, and then having the expectation of exchanging referrals, which absolutely works. But after several years, Jay and I sort of bounced away from that model, and we found like there was much more purpose for us to create events that would just bring great people together. It wasn't about your business card. It wasn't about your title or where you worked. It was just, if you are a motivated person that wants to be part of something great, I want to be inspired. I want to help build the community. I want to make connections and brainstorm with people. We said, let's create events where we have a really awesome keynote speaker, or we're doing a grown-up field trip at a nonprofit, or we're doing a first look event at a newly opened place. That in itself becomes an attraction for people to come. So we facilitate connections at unique and memorable experiences at these events. So over the course of the last 5.5, it'll be 6 years in January, we've done 120 events.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a
so
lot.
we've had over 40 keynote speakers, including like Chancellor Gold and Paul Hogan, the CEO of Homestead, and a lot of different really high-powered people. Lynn Ziegenbein, who had fifth generation, history lesson of everything of Omaha. Willie Thiessen, just really cool speakers talk to us. We've also done over 30 different nonprofit tours. When you were a kid and you went on a field trip, you weren't so excited about it. I'm like, we need to do more field trips as adults and get the behind-the-scenes tours.
Yeah.
And then, lately, it's really been kind of more first look. So whenever a business or a restaurant or a venue opens, they'll reach out to us and ask us to do the first look event. And then that way, kind of our community leaders, business owners, influencers, all get to come, network, learn about a new place first and foremost. So it has evolved over the last 6 years, but it's really all about providing memorable experiences and facilitating meaningful connections.
That's awesome. I have yet to get to one, but the last one you did at Victory Lane
yeah.
looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I will say that DC during COVID, we've been dipping our toe in the water to see, can we bring events back in a safe way? So it is, like outdoor spaces, big spaces, no exchanging of business cards, hand sanitizer, masks, no, we write your name tag, you don't write it. So we've been trying to do it in a safe way because people are ready to get back to making connections in a face-to-face manner, but we want to do it in a responsible way. So it's been okay so far.
Awesome. Any other burning things you'd like to say on the Brother Side podcast? I mean, we got listeners for days.
Don't let a man make you cut your bangs.
Michelle, it's been awesome having you on here today. We got to wrap it up. You do a lot for Omaha. We really appreciate having you on the show today.
We do. It's been fun.
We've learned a lot.
Fun. I'm so glad you guys started this. I think podcasts, right? Like it's kind of the hot thing. Everybody's doing a podcast.
Yep.
But not everyone's doing it correctly. And not everybody's doing it in an entertaining and sustainable way.
Sure.
I think you guys have the right formula. You're in the right space, the right chemistry, the right branding. You're doing it right. So I'm excited to see what you guys do.
We're trying. We're trying. You know what?
I could listen to that all day.
Yeah, hey, just feed it in. We thought if we had 10 to 20 listeners, that was a win. We just passed 100 on our audio, and we have about 50 on our YouTube.
That's
so
awesome.
we're about 150, and we're at 9. This will be our 9th episode. So
Very cool.
yeah, we're looking forward
It's
to
the
it.
matching shirts, I think.
I think it's our swag, right?
I think it's your swag.
Yeah, that's what's doing it.
The
it's definitely the
magic
shirts.
stuff there.
Well, thanks again, Michelle. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
We'll see you guys next time.